Hey boys, we got some SaGa. There is a small chance that we might actually finish Red's Quest tonight, so...
Small being 100%.
Strap on in and let's go.
And sorry to my loyal fans, but I'm really tired, so I probably won't talk that much.
Well, luckily the game we're playing is SaGa Frontier, and I have enough words for everybody. Are we right? So, here's the unfortunate part. This is definitely the as I get stuck. This is definitely the
best,
most tedious part of this quest, and possibly actually of the whole game. So, apologize about that. But let's make the most of it, and we'll discuss some cross slash. You know, pretty cool. You can only get cross slash if you have 2 swords.
Wow.
There's a decent amount of 2-sword techs that obviously you need to have 2 swords to learn, but I don't really understand. Woo, baby! Oh yeah, Gibbs. I don't really quite understand how they work. So here's the deal. This is the Gauntlet of Death right here. Damn it. So there's going to be about 10 staircases in which enemies will appear, and you have to try to not get into battles with them. Not necessarily because they're tough. As you can see, I'm only using just your standard attacks because I want to save my WP for the bosses. But just because they're time wastes. I guess like earlier on, if you were like doing a really low level run or something, then it would be tough, but it's more of I just want to kind of conserve the time.
We're on PB pace right here.
And from what I can tell, all of these different ones are completely random in terms of how the enemies appear. So the first one's obviously the slimes, but then there's other ones based off of different enemies. So super fun, good stuff. I also like how
that Mercury drop enemy is my favorite.
It's pretty cool, actually. What's it called?
Let's find out.
Liquid metal. You know, we could have probably guessed that.
T-1000.
Sometimes this game names things exactly what you would like think they are. Like you're like, that looks like a fairy. Fairy. It's not like Zelda, you know, where a key is a bat. And a bat's a key.
Keys?
Yeah, a keys. Alright, so let's try to get through this without embarrassing our set.
Whoa. You're touching.
Ah! I just did this 5 minutes ago, and it was much nicer to me. But of course, the second you press that record button, boys, you know how it goes.
The SaGa Frontier jitters.
SaGa Frontier curse, the SaGa Frontier jitters. Very little chance that we learn anything of any sort of, come on, Dutch Flash! That we learn anything of, any actual helpfulness. Because as we discussed before, the harder the enemies are, the much better chance you have of learning high-level techs. As with everything in this game, no one really knows exactly how it's done, but, I mean, it's pretty clear that certain things you just learn them as you fight stronger enemies. Oh, dude, seriously. Alright. So we have one more of these dumb slimes. Let's discuss this music, however. Damn it! I mean, dang it.
Pretty cool, but it reminds me more of T260G's
yeah.
this one.
Yeah, there are a lot of tracks on this OST. I mean, it's 3 full discs, I guess you could say.
It's also 3 hours long.
Yeah. There's a lot of tracks, there really are, but because there are so many locations, certain places do reuse it. Like, this is the same music that's playing at the, in Strike, the Nakajima Robotics, but, I mean, you really can't... It is a bit too much to ask to make, you know, that many unique tracks. So we're just gonna, run straight to it. And at the end of each one of these little mini excursions, there's gonna be a mini boss that you fight in, I forget what they call this, the Black X sphere, the fourth dimension Magisphere. How could I forget? Still not gonna be any sort of a challenge, which is fine. Because we'll have enough challenge with some of the upcoming bosses. So we'll take BTFO. I like how everyone, like, this is a pretty good team the way we're sitting right now, especially only sitting at about 500 HP. Almost everybody has a very nice either, like, percentage of blocks with their shield, or like a Kasumi, or a Deflect, or Liza has Sway Back. So there's a lot of physical attacks are not going to be hitting, which is actually pretty helpful for a couple upcoming bosses. So now we're past that ridiculousness, and there's a couple, obviously more of these staircases, but they're much more manageable. All right. Okay. Wow, that was pretty good. Pretty random, as you could tell from that short amount of time there. So when it comes to the ones like that with less enemies, when you see an opening, you just take it. There's also, like, maybe a second or two after you get out of a battle where they're not going to appear, so you really should only have to be fighting, that's a 2-turn. We lost, boys. You really should only have to be fighting one per staircase, even if you get into one fight. Should be alright. So I think there are 2 more of these unique staircases, because they're showing you the CTC building is tall. Eagle Gun's actually a pretty good gun to be getting at this point. Too bad guns suck. Alright, this is my least favorite one. Oh. And I'm just going to run away from it. I did not try that. Alright, so this one I really don't know how to do it. Okay, so we'll take the left-hand side. I think you're supposed to be able to perfectly run through the middle as long as they're not using their tentacles to swipe at you, but I don't really get lucky with that. Even if they're not doing the tentacles, I tend to run into them, so whatever. We'll just, whatever side we get into a fight on, we'll just pick that side and just run through it. Should be 2 to 3 per stairs. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm actually surprised considering the level of enemies we're fighting that we still get any stats at all, but, I hope that was the one on the left. We'll see. It's definitely insult to injury when you get into one of these fights and they're low-level enemies, and it gives you a random encounter of, like, 5 enemies, so you just know there's no chance you can beat it in one turn, even if, like... Because that guy's not going to... Yeah, okay. I was going to say, even if, like, someone would have attacked the cactus, that warthog has too much life to do it. Look at that warthog's butt, by the way.
I like it.
He's, like, dancing now.
The rock baboon.
Yeah, the rock baboon.
Nothing like a warthog.
Oh, baby.
Basically the furthest thing from a warthog.
So, after we get through the CTC building, remember the main thing for Red's quest is to fight the 4 Black X Emperors, which this is the 4th one. And after this, it really ramps up, and by ramps up, I mean you suddenly go to a place with a bunch of really hard bosses. Just gave a thumbs up, even though we don't have the CIB Prime cam on. Ooh, hard slash. Sorry to you CIB Prime members, no cam today for you. You can still donate, like and subscribe, comment.
Support us on Patreon.
Do any of those. You can, buy sheets, you know?
Yep.
Even though everybody in this room right now has recently gotten Wawa. So...
I went at Wawa the last weekend.
Oh, because of Ian getting it?
Yeah.
I think
Actually, it was Ian, then Tyler.
Oh, wow. I literally think Ian could have. All right, so we want to hit the left-hand side because I hope that was the left one. I feel like Ian could have Wawa literally every day.
Yeah. It's just that I can never, like, trust him on it, because, like, randomly when I'm like, boy, would I like a Wawa coffee, he'll be like, go to Taco Bell, or something. McDonald's.
So we got a Taco Bell coffee. They're famous for it.
I had one and they're so bad.
I didn't even know Taco Bell had coffee.
They have iced coffee, but it's like, literally if you go to, like, any grocery store and just buy, like, a half gallon of generic iced coffee, it just tastes like that.
You can get half gallons of iced coffee?
Yeah.
Oh man, where have I been?
For sure.
I should go to a store.
Oh, it was the right one. Are you kidding me?
That's cool.
That's so insult to injury, boys. You know what?
You deserve this. Oh no, Vermilion Sand.
Do make it when you last. I want to see it.
That's true. Another place. Most fast food. I'm not a coffee snub by any means, but most fast food places snob.
Coffee snub. No, I like snub.
Most fast food places I don't. I do like McDonald's coffee. The fact that like I don't know, it's for being what it is. It's
not good.
It's pretty good.
I like their coffee if they don't add cream, but I don't know what cream they add, but it's gross.
And that's another reason I like it is you can just be like no cream. A lot of fast food places like apparently
it's goat milk.
Apparently it just gets like sent because like Burger King is the closest place to the store. So like if George is in and he's like I'm just
what
getting
about base Pizza Hut?
Yeah. It's the closest place that I ever want to step foot again in.
Does Pizza Hut sell coffee?
Yeah. But like Burger King.
That was a real question.
Oh no, I don't know. Burger King literally you cannot get their coffee without cream because they literally like when it's like sent in or whatever, it's sent in like already creamed.
What?
I like literally.
It's not beans. They just send coffee.
Yeah, it's like if you want a vanilla
brewed to the
coffee,
stores.
there's one option. It's whatever the blend of sugar and cream is.
Literally, like it's not like they clearly don't like even like coffee's so easy to make. Like I'm not asking for some crazy like French press. It's just like you put it in the filter and you do it, right? Like it's like whatever.
Press is indeed crazy. So complicated.
I'm just asking for coffee, but apparently it just gets like shipped in like containers already made coffee, and it's like, bro.
All I want is frozen crystals.
But
I would like one coffee crystal, please.
it is interesting how you could, like you're just like just a black coffee, and they're like
we don't have that.
yeah, well for iced coffee at least they're like, oh, the iced coffee is just already has heavy cream and sugar, and you're like, all right, thanks. So whenever the guys are like going to Burger King, I'm like, guess I won't have a coffee. All right, so there's one more, and it's luckily a lot easier than that nonsense. Nice. Okay. And after this, we're going to be fighting El Bosso, if I remember correctly. This was a gauntlet, boys. This was something.
By the way, talking about Taco Bell. Taco Bell used to have their base fries, which used to be actually the goat, and then they got rid of them, and now I'm never going back to Taco Bell.
Wait, just those like nacho fries?
Yeah, they were the best.
I remember getting them and not liking them, but maybe it was just one of those, like... I only got them once, so maybe it was just a bad, like, batch or whatever. Damn. Red is going crazy with this
Killing it.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, the, fries are actually one of my favorite foods, so if, like, a place has, like, pretty mediocre fries, it's super disappointing to me.
Me and Sonic are all about those chili dogs.
Dude, I live, like, literally, like, 30 seconds away from a Sonic, and I've never went there in a long time.
Trev also lives 30 seconds away from a literal Sheetz.
Yeah. That I at least go to, like, maybe
That's it.
once a month.
Please,
Now
take
we
this
can,
with you. Thanks.
Or suspicious.
Or suspicious. Alright, so let's go fight,
Does View still have Hard Slash?
Yeah, Fuse learned hard slash when I was practicing a couple minutes ago, and then he learned it again during this run.
But it's still equipped.
Oh yeah, dude.
What if you can't learn anything else?
That guy is me.
Yeah, I love this dude.
I'm the floor buffer.
I forget what he's called. Don't think it matters much. That's what we call GG. Gale Slash is probably, all things considered, my favorite move in the game. It just looks awesome. I love the green.
Why is red significantly less strong than Gen?
Gen is just... I forgot, like, I forgot how...
Fuse is way better than red.
Red is, like, sincerely not strong. The one thing SaGa does that, a lot of games don't do, so because the light went out, he is Alkazer now. And this is, watch this transition. Remember Campbell from earlier in the game? Watch this, ready?
Oh, I remember this. Why?
I love it. I love it. I forgot how little they explained that. It's like, okay, Campbell is
How
something...
little or none at all?
Nothing, yeah, nothing. Like, Campbell is a bad guy, okay, but it's not even like, there's... All it would take is a dialogue box that's like, that's it, I'm gonna show my power on you, or whatever. Like, literally, it's just literally like...
I'm secretly a giant spider.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
I forgot I'm a giant spider. Yeah, that was like a 3 out of 10. That was terrible. Anything that goes with Vermilion Sand is terrible. This should not be a difficult fight at all. In fact, I don't think it's going to be done next round, but it's probably going to be done turn 3. So, I guess that's the one bad part of not having, of having this 4 black X thing be so, that you can go in any order. It's, like, not very obvious who you should do first, and, like, maybe she should be one of the first, because she's not particularly strong. Like Burva, the guy who would, the guy in Xingrao, the big tall guy, is, like, a million times harder. I feel like he should be the last one.
The Burva counter or whatever.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And I literally just got lucky with it. That's the only reason I won that. I think this might do it. Yeah, okay. So that was something, boys, right? Like, that was a heck of a thing, huh?
Very impressive.
That's a cool build.
Yeah. Yeah, they do those for the big bosses. They do it pretty good. And, I will say one thing, because we might, like I said, be finishing off Red's quest tonight. When I was younger and played the game a lot, I always, like, held Red's quest as, like, the best one. And that's pretty much, like, a major reason was, like, because it's, like, very accessible. And it's, like, very, very easy to get into. But, like, I don't like Red's quest as much as a lot of the other ones, now that, like, I'm going back on it. Like, I know for a fact there's 3 or 4 other quests that I like a little bit more, so...
Yeah, I think I like, definitely Blues and T26 of G's.
I like Amelia's quite a bit. In terms of a quest, it's great. And Asolus might be the #1. So, plot twist, the Cygnus calls us. So I wonder what happened. Now, we are actually going to soft restart, because, I was practicing earlier, and I saved... I did what I just did for you guys, but I saved on a different file. And there's a very important reason why I saved it on a different file.
Does it start with S and end in G?
Maybe. So, I don't know how, because all I did was go through that same gauntlet that you saw me go through. But I was, like, having a really good time. Do I want to...
It's that base 1 out of 256 chance.
Let's just... I have 2 things I want to do before we go to... before we go to the Cygnus. Now, here's another bad... I will admit every bad part of this game. So, he says...
Is that an airship or a Swiss Army knife?
Yeah, I think it's a little of both.
Sorry, continue.
So, he says, hey, got a call from the Cygnus, right? Okay? So you're like, oh, well, let me go see what's up. If you go there, you start the end of the game. There's no getting out of it. You can't go back to, like, the majority of the world. You're going to go onto the Black Ray, which is that big ship that we saw earlier in the game. And then you're at the Black X base at the end, and that's it. Like, there's, like, from what I understand, there's no getting out of it at that point. So we are going to fight, Say. Which is, as you remember, we tried last time, and,
You did a great job.
did a really good job.
You had all those tiny skeletons.
Yeah. Well, now that we know we're not going to use Gale Slash and knock out all the Dead Knights, we will save a Dead Knight. So, I think there's 4 Dead Knights. We're going to take out 3 of them, and then just go for Say. Go for Say. That's what he does when he answers the phone.
Me too.
Go for Say. I do like how this music continues during this battle. It's just that little touch. But yeah, it's just like in Loot's Quest. The first time I ever played Loot's Quest, I found myself fighting the final boss within like 45 minutes, and I had no idea what I just did. Like,
And Loot's final boss is probably the hardest in the entire game.
it is. Oh,
Oh, he got it!
we learned sliding, boys. It was a hell of a time. It was a thing. I like randomly learned it and was like,
You did a 2 Gale Slash too.
yeah, and we're gonna, I'm not gonna do that on this battle, but we're doing this on other battles. So we're going to be very careful to leave a couple of the Dead Knights still alive. Now, the reason that the rest of this game should not be super hard is I have DSC. Let me explain DSC real quick. So remember, it's sliding, it's suplex, it's Babel crumble, and it's giant swing. So it's that's actually helpful. So it's one move for 18 WP, which is important to keep in mind because 18 is a lot.
Good perspective.
I'm gonna shoot you straight into that.
Dodge Drain.
There is a dodge drain, by the way.
Yeah, you learned it.
Oh, I did that one time?
Yeah, you said.
Based. Can I do it? Dang it. I think that should... Let's just do that. What was I gonna say? So it's one move, but it counts as a combo. Okay, good. So it counts as a combo. Now, it's very random. You do between 3 to 5 moves during each DSC, and it's random. Doesn't matter the enemy, doesn't matter anything. So you can do as little as 3 moves, and at that point it only takes about 4,000, which is not much better than a triple thrust. But if you do 5 moves, it takes, like, upwards of 16,000, 17,000, which is, like, a game breaker. So, it's really weird. I did a couple battles earlier where every single one against a boss was 3. So that's 1, that's suplex, I think that's Babel crumble, and then you maybe do giant swing, but she did not that time. So, if you do DSC and it only does the 3 combo like you saw there, it is really not worth the WP. 100% not. But if you do it with 4, I would say it's pretty worth it, and if you do it with 5, it's 100% worth it.
Is there any way to manipulate that?
Not that I know. Alright, let's see again.
It's not like any speedrun would ever have DSC.
Yeah, no speedrun would ever do it. So here's 4, maybe 5?
Yep.
So that's 5. 4 can happen where you just throw him with the giant swing.
Ooh.
Yeah. And, yeah, then he dies. And 5, obviously, you saw. It's not really a specific move, but it's just the topping on the cake. It's pretty sweet.
That's less impressive than I remember as a kid.
But it looked cool.
Everything is less impressive.
So
than
when you
remember as
win,
a
you can
kid.
either have something or join us. We want something, which is the
Kusanagi.
Kusanagi. Yeah, there we go. Which is
The best katana.
the literally best sword. So, that's what we're gonna do. Just because I have a bunch of extra swords, I'm going to make sure all my guys have 2.
Lisa doesn't even have 4 accessories.
Oh, wow.
And a cotton shirt.
I don't think I have anything better than that, actually. It's a good point. Let's go shopping. Let's go shopping. Now, the one negative about fighting him is you don't get those 3, items back. Now, 2 of them are... Oh, you know what? That's a reason why, Trev, because she literally was wearing one of the accessories. That's it. But the Kusanagi is I feel worth it. In general, it is very, very strong, and I like it. I think Red and Liza have something on where, I don't know what they have on, but there's something where they don't get any status effects.
A ribbon.
Yeah. You can only get 3 in the whole game. So we have one more side quest kind of thing. I actually never did it before today. It was just a side quest that never very much interests me, but I figure because Red isn't super strong, and this isn't a tough quest, that we would do it with Red's quest. Like I said, as I go through these other quests, the boring stuff that I've done already, I'm not gonna do again. So we're gonna head to we're gonna head to Kurang to see if we can buy any couple shirts, at least to make us a little bit stronger. I think a person in the bottom left sells just like normal shirts, but we'll see. As we talked about, the if you have one of those suits on, you can't really have anything else on besides like accessories and so that's just
Some shoes. You guys remember that?
Can you wear shoes? No, you can't. Okay, so there's really no reason for that. I don't want to sell my leather and fur. Maybe it's up here. And if not, I'm not gonna go crazy finding it. We're talking about a difference of like 4. No, you can't wear that either. So I don't need arm. There we go. There we go. Actually, that's really nice. Cool. So let's give that to everyone. Yoink.
Something.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do water attacks. I don't think Fang Influence is very good. Let's do Petrify just in case. I don't think there's anything we have to fight that does that.
Rip Will, which I only remember what it does.
Yeah, I don't remember what half the stuff does. Let's do that, and let's do Harmonium. Now, we are going to actually go ahead and move Rouge out, because... because we're going to head out to Magic Kingdom, and Rouge does not follow you. Because it doesn't want to. It's pretty base, but you can get him back, so. It's actually pretty nice for the strength, I like that. There's literally no reason we have to do this besides just to be annoying. But, so, as you can tell, this is why I was talking earlier about T260G being the one to fight the big enemies, because Rabbit's not even considered a high-level mech, and I have him up to 65 strength, and, like, Gen is my strongest character, very nicely leveled up at 58. He's so quick, he's gonna get the first move every time, and his defense is higher than anything else, so... mechs in this game, as long as you got the scratch to buy the stuff, or to get the stuff, are quite OP. So yeah, like I said, we're going to head to Magic Kingdom real quick to do a very minor and very weird side quest. It has really no explanation. We're going to say no. He's going to say, I cannot return to Magic Kingdom yet. Farewell. and you go, Rouge, no! You guys having fun, phone boys?